What's up, everybody? It is your boy Johnny back here with another video. God, it's been a very, very long time. And first of all, I'd like to apologize, but I'd also like to thank you guys for being patient with me. I just get in these modes or in these times sometimes that I just get super busy and it's very hard to squeeze in making a video for YouTube. But I tell you, man, I'm very happy to be back. I wish I was supposed to do this video back in January. Just never really found the time until now. But again, just so happy to be back. And hopefully I'm going to start off with a little bang and it'll be good. And I hope everyone had a great holidays. God, I don't think I made a video since September. So I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Wait, no, good Halloween, good Thanksgiving, good Christmas, great New Year. And now we're in 2024 and hopefully will be one of the best years ever. But we will see. Only the future can tell. But anyways, so now I would like to get started. I'm going to be showing this today. The new FTD book in their line of books. This is Elvis, Now in Person, 1972. So we're going to get into it with this. It's 2 books, 4 CDs, and a bonus 45 EP. So we're going to look at all this stuff today. And so we're going to jump right into it. So let's get started, shall we? This came out at the end of 2023. I think I got mine before, a little bit after Christmas of 2023. I got mine from the Elvis shop to London, and mine came in beautiful shape. I heard a lot of horror stories that people got theirs damaged. I was very fortunate to get mine in beautiful shape. So, as you can see, like I said, I had the books out, but this release is very heavy. So I'm going to do the usual things I usually do in my reviews. I'm going to show you the packaging, what comes with it, and then I'm going to go into detail about the audio, the music that comes with this, the 4 CD set, and the 45. And then I'll give you my final verdict at the end. So let's just get started, shall we? Anyways, so here is the front of the slipcover. Beautiful picture. Here is the back. And here is, if you want, hopefully I'm close enough, you can pause and read all of this. I'm probably going to read a few in a second, but let me just show you the rest of the cover. And here is the spine. Pretty cool. Nothing down there. All right, so this is the back cover. This is what it says. It says, Special Collector's Edition Elvis, Now in Person, 1972 by David English and Pal Grunland. David English and Pal Grunland are proud to present this Special Collector's Edition Elvis, Now in Person, 1972. It offers readers a detailed chronicle of Elvis Presley's career between January and April of 72. This eventful period started with a successful stint at the Hilton Hotel International in Las Vegas, spanning January and February, followed by the RCA recording sessions in Hollywood in March, and ending with his 1972 April tour, segments of which were filmed for the MGM movie documentary Elvis on Tour. It has 2 books from from Las Vegas to Buffalo. Contains 120 pages featuring Elvis' Las Vegas shows from January 26th to February 23rd. A comprehensive record of all the recording sessions and rehearsals from March 27th until the final stage rehearsal at the Statler Hotel in Buffalo on April 5th. Filming logs from the MGM movie Elvis on Tour are also documented, which that's really cool. And then the second book is called The April Tour and contains 384 pages illustrated throughout with several hundred photographs, many of which are previously unpublished. Newspaper articles and filming documentation are also included to form a comprehensive record of Elvis' 1972 April tour and the making of the documentary Elvis on Tour. And down here, it has, then you see a section of the audio. And CD1, Live in Las Vegas, recorded at the Hilton Hotel International, Las Vegas, February 1972, includes 8 unreleased songs released exclusively with the set, newly mixed by Matt Ross Bang, which we all know that Matt Ross Bang does an awesome job. Then CD2 is a studio rehearsals recorded at RCA Studios, Hollywood, March 30th and 31st of 1972. first released, and then it has the release, and I'm going to explain all that. But all this was done by Mac Ross Spang too. Disc 2 and 3 are exclusively in this box set on CD. So then we have the April tour, recorded during Elvis's April 1972 tour. The compilation was first released on Elvis Live 1972, and this is exclusively on CD in this box set. And then we have the stage rehearsal for recorded at the Statler Hilton Hotel in Buffalo, New York. This stage rehearsal is released officially for the first time exclusively with this set. The vinyl, a special collector's vinyl compact 33 double extended play with picture sleeve featuring Burning Love, It's a Matter of Time, For the Good Times, and Where Do I Go From Here. So really cool. So that is your slipcover. Beautiful, awesome stuff. So here's the first book in the set. This one's called From Las Vegas to Buffalo. Here's the front. Here's the back. It has a track listing to all 4 CDs because they are contained in here, as well as the vinyl. So I'm going to show you that in a second. And I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to explain what this book has. But when you open it, as you can see, right here, it holds the Compact 33. So let's check it out. So here's the Compact 33. I'm going to take it out and show you. Here's the front of it. Really cool. I think it's really cool they included this. Because especially at this time, they didn't make EPs anymore. Still made 45s, of course, but not EPs. So it's in this little plastic sleeve thing. So let's take it out. There you have it. It's very thin, though. Very thin. Shame it's not, you know, a thicker stock of cardboard. And here is the 45. This is side A. There. Okay. And this is side B. I really need to listen to this. It'd be awesome. So there you have that. Cool. All right, now I'm going to show you where the CDs are held, and they're actually held back here. So you got the 4 CDs. And a little side note, so when this set was printed and the CDs were made, there was an issue with disc 2. So actually when I ordered mine from the Elvis shop of London, inside was the disc that was corrected with the mistakes. I think the problem was with disc 2 is when you played it after a certain amount of time, it was just blank. So they were nice enough to throw this in the package from people who ordered them, I think from overseas. Hopefully the people that got them from Elvis.com got the same thing. But here are the 4 CDs right here on the back. And I will show you. I'll show you one of them because they all, you know, look exactly the same. So there you go. There's the 1 CD. So what I like about these FTD books is they give you a lot of information. There's a lot of beautiful photos. They're made beautifully. So this first book is awesome. And this first book contains, it's over 100 pages, and it has 9 different chapters, starting in Las Vegas, when Elvis did his January-February engagement of 1972, which Elvis was in great voice. He looked great. He was kind of refreshed, if you ask me, and he added a lot of new songs to his set list at the time. And again, I think I noted this earlier, that he also included, for the first time, opening the show with CC Rider. So let's just flip through this book really quick. I'll show you a few things. I can't show you everything, but man, this book is so detailed. It's great. So first you have a little introduction from both of the guys, the authors who did this book, and they're there with Ernest Jorgensen, which is awesome. And here's chapter 1 called Las Vegas, which is really awesome. So this starts from the beginning in Vegas. And the pictures, man, are just beautiful. There's a lot of information along the way. It's almost like it has a day-by-day account of what Elvis did, starting with January 8th, which was Elvis's 37th birthday. It has January 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 13th. Then it skips to the 18th, the 20th, and the 26th. So, and it has all this stuff like newspaper clippings and all that stuff. Really cool. And then some photos we've seen, some photos we have not seen. This is one of my favorite jumpsuits from him, from this era. It's this one. It's like the owl suit. Now, apparently, I always thought it was purple, but apparently it's not. It's like dark blue. I guess it gets mistaken for purple. But I seen it at Graceland, and I mean, maybe my eyes are messed up. I don't know. Or maybe I just looked at it quick and it looks like purple, this the shade of it. But yeah. So now it just has pictures of him and his different jumpsuits. You got the red jumpsuit. You got the black one, which is known as the black butterfly jumpsuit. Here's him and the Colonel. Got that. And then there's sections in here that talks about, of course, you see all these different photos from during his engagement there, which is great. Can't show you them all, wish I could. But there's so much information from, because at this time, during this engagement, RCA brought their recording trucks with them to try to catch some new material from Elvis that he does on stage. And at the time they did. And it's cool because you see, but some of the stuff still hasn't been released actually officially. I don't know. I'm sure some of the stuff is on bootlegs, but it has all the like recording logs of all the stuff that they recorded. Some of it, a lot of it's snippets. That's why I think a lot of it won't see the light of day officially, but you never know. Like for example, February 14th, the dinner show. It has Suspicious Minds. In notes, it says no start and end. Then it has drum rehearsal, introductions. Start is missing. So it has little notes in between. And then it has a full version of American Trilogy, which I think was, used as a single later on in the year. And then it says Can't Help Falling in Love, start only. So that's really interesting. So let you know really what's available audio-wise, even if it hasn't been released yet, if that makes sense. So that's really cool. After that, it goes into the documentary, talking about the documentary of Elvis on tour. So I guess talking about, and then it goes, and I love that it just doesn't talk about Elvis. It goes into detail about the footage, the people involved with it, and filming Elvis and the crew and the type of cameras they used. It's just really cool. And of course, the notorious mystery of Standing Room Only, the album that never was. So that's really cool. Chapter 4 is talking about the RCA recording sessions. So these are the actual recording sessions that Elvis did. And these recording sessions in Hollywood included, Separate Ways, For the Good Times, Burning Love, all studio tracks, Always on My Mind. Some really good songs in Elvis's career. And then there's sections talking about the songs, the story behind the songs, all that good stuff. So then it goes into chapter 5, talking about, and this is when they really start, the film crew for Elvis on Tour really start filming Elvis during the mock recording sessions, which really is, it's him in the recording studio, even though he already did the actual studio recordings. This is basically the mock recording sessions is him doing them again. But I guess just for, entertainment use, visual. Just to see how Elvis worked in the studio, which was really cool. So it has that. And it has little notes, production notes in between, and other memorabilia and all that good stuff. Even for the mock sessions, we can see what's available that has been released or not released, because it has, again, recording notes, which is pretty awesome. So right there. This is really cool too. Again, even for the visual side, it has, logs and notes for stuff that was filmed, and a lot of stuff that hasn't seen the light of day, and it states it if it's been released or not. So this was very painstakingly done. So that's what this whole thing is. And then it goes into the rehearsal. This is when they're doing the gospel numbers, which just can be seen in the film itself. This next one is called Chapter 7. It's called Gospel Jam. There's the logs for the stuff from RCA, what they recorded, and what was filmed. And then it gives you information even about the stamps and the Imperials, stuff going on at the time, stuff they recorded. And then Chapter 8, I think this is the last chapter of the book, from Los Angeles to Buffalo. It's going from Los Angeles to Buffalo, the rehearsal in Buffalo, and starting off his April tour in the first city in Buffalo, New York. So it goes up to the rehearsal, which I'm going to show you. I'll show you a few photos from that. This is Elvis arriving in Buffalo, right there, which can be seen in the film. And then here's Elvis at the rehearsal and at the Statler Hilton Hotel in Buffalo. Chapter 9. This is a record and CD releases. So it really, here is a little history of where some of this material from this era has appeared on what releases, which is really cool. From stuff from during his lifetime till stuff after his death, the releases they were on, and where they appeared the first time, even going up to the Elvis on Tour box set that came out earlier in 2023. So, really cool. And then in the studio with Ernest Jorgensen and Matt Ross-Spang, talking about the remastering of these recordings, which actually some of this can be seen on YouTube. This was done during the promotion of Elvis on Tour box set from Sony Legacy. So, and there you have it. And there's the back of this book. So that's the first book. I just want to show you that real quick. That took a little while. Now let's check out the second book. Next is this book, which is a lot bigger, a lot heavier. And this book is called The April Tour. And all I gotta say is, man, look at that. Look at that freaking front cover. It's amazing. It's awesome. Good stuff. And this is the back cover. All right. Pretty awesome. And then here is all the chapters. There is 17 chapters. The first chapter to 15 is literally the whole tour, which was a 15-city tour. And then chapter 16 is post-production. And then chapter 17 is about the theatrical release of the movie Elvis on Tour. So here is a list of all the chapters with that awesome photo. Look at that. I gotta say, man, this is my favorite part of the set, is this book. And it starts in Buffalo, New York. So this is how the chapters are set up. So here's the first chapter for the first city, Buffalo, New York. And it's awesome. It breaks it down. And at this time, RCA wasn't recording his shows yet. Like the RCA Master Trucks weren't recording any of his shows yet. And again, it gives you a log of... So it gives you an idea visually of what's out there on every show. So, like here, for example, on the set list, it has notes over here on the side to tell you what was filmed, or maybe was not, or maybe partially filmed. Like, for example, the first one, it says the Sweet Inspiration is a supporting act. They filmed 30 seconds of it just to test, I guess, the film. And then his introduction, they only did 30 seconds of that. And then CC Rider tape 1 starts. That's when they started recording. And then it says, for example, it says complete. And then when it gets to, it looks like when it gets to Hound Dog, partially cut off, and the tape 1. So unfortunately, there's some stuff that happened like that for this, but it's really cool to let you know what's out there. And hopefully, long shot stuff, some of the stuff will see the light of day. I know that Baz Luhrmann confirmed that he will be doing something with the film footage from On Tour, and I think also that's the way it is. I gotta show this. Look at this. Good stuff. This is from Buffalo, New York. Good stuff, man. And then we have chapter 2, was in Detroit, Michigan. And it just continues from there. These are very good quality photos for the Detroit show. Let me find one and show you. There you go, ladies. Right there, boom. Let's see. Like this picture. Good quality photo. And that's what you find throughout this book, which is really awesome. Many photos, and in between every one is paper clippings, newspapers, all that stuff. And then chapter 4, Knoxville, Tennessee. It shows him arriving in Knoxville, Tennessee. Right there. Good stuff. Here's pictures of Elvis in Knoxville, Tennessee performing. Cool. This night on April 9th, this is when they started recording the shows officially, RCA. It was in Hamptons Road, Virginia. So there's a lot of good stuff. That's when they started recording. So here is, and there's even some fan photos in here that I guess were taken in the audience at the time too. So really cool. Chapter 6, Richmond, Virginia. So here's some pictures of Elvis in Richmond, Virginia. I'm assuming these are from Ed Bonjet, some of these photos right here. This looks like this is where they took a picture that would appear on the sleeve of Burning Love, which I think it's here. Yeah, here it is. Right there. Boom. You probably took those pictures back to back or something. Good stuff. The next is Roanoke, Virginia. Here's Elvis in Roanoke, Virginia, right there. Elvis in Indianapolis, Indiana. And this is him right here. There you have it. Boom. Then we got Elvis in Charlotte, North Carolina, right there. And this one contains my favorite suit, as I said already. This is in Greensboro, North Carolina. And we got this. Got this photos right here. Awesome. Then we have Elvis in Macon, Georgia. So here's some photos from Elvis in Macon, Georgia. Right there. Then we have Elvis in Jacksonville, Florida, where the photo was taken that would appear on the cover of Madison Square Garden. And the never released Standing Room Only album. So here's Elvis in Little Rock, Arkansas, right here. San Antonio, Texas. Let's find a good photo to show. There you go, right there. We're almost done, people, I promise. Oh, wow. I gotta show these. These are beautiful photos. Awesome. Good stuff. And then the last city on the tour was Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is really nice. This is when he met, I think this girl had cancer, this little girl. I seen the footage of this on YouTube when he met this little girl. I heard the backstory about her, and I think not too long after this she passed away. Maybe like a year later. But yeah, very sad. But this is from him in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There you go. Then the chapter of the post-production is right here. Look at that. This photo's been seen a million times, but it was a photo with Engelbert Humperdinck. Him and Elvis. Elvis looking badass. And Engelbert don't look too bad neither. Here's a very young Martin Scorsese. In case y'all didn't know, he was a little bit of part of that montage part inside Elvis on Tour, showing Elvis in his early career. And then it talks about the theatrical release of the movie, reviews, all that good stuff. Just a lot of information. But yeah, it's an awesome book. Whoa. And in the back, it has, awards that it won. Different promotional things and the different formats the movie appeared on. So really cool. Good stuff. Gosh, so much information in these books. Pretty awesome. Okay, so the next part of this review I'm going to talk about is, to me, my favorite part to do. It's the most important part to me, and that is the music. So let's talk about the music on here. So let's talk about Disc 1. So Disc 1 is live in Las Vegas. They're usually called the Las Vegas Masters, which contain It's Over, Never Been to Spain, American Trilogy, stuff like that. And it has on here the Masters. And really, I guess you can call them the unedited Masters. And then some of them are even almost like second takes of the Masters. This is 8 previously unreleased tracks. So on here, and by the way, on the first disc on the book, there is a mistake. It says 25 tracks, but there's only 24. I don't understand, man. That's the one thing about FTD that kind of ticks me off a little bit. They always put mistakes on their releases, which is really crazy. You think by now they would get better at it. But anyways, moving on. From 18, really from 18 to 24, they're previously unreleased. And they're right here. You have, and those are Never Been to Spain, You Gave Me a Mountain, an American Trilogy, the first version, All Shook Up, Never Been to Spain, You Gave Me a Mountain, and American Trilogy again. So they probably really they probably try to get different takes of the song just to be safe, and then they went with the masters. So all these up here are the masters. So this is what they record: the opening riff that Elvis opened with, and then CC Rider, Proud Mary, Never Been to Spain, master, You Gave Me a Mountain, master, It's Impossible, master, Love Me, All Shook Up, the medley of Teddy Bear and Don't Be Cruel, Hound Dog, Little Sister Would Get Back, It's Over, master, The Impossible Dream, master, A Big Hunk of Love, an American Trilogy, master, which appeared as a single, and Can't Help Falling in Love, when then the closing rift. So there you go. So the first disc, for the most part, is previously released, except for those last 8 tracks, which is really cool to have and see. Because, you know, I never really heard them before because I'm not a big bootleg guy. The next disc is called The Studio Rehearsals. And this has been previously released. And where do we get it, you ask? We got it, of course, all the rest of the audio that we got, minus the 4th disc on this release, we've gotten is on here, the Elvis on Tour box set. But we got some of these. So basically, CD2 on this set is like a highlights, and all this was previously released on this Burning Love, Elvis Presley Burning Love, the studio rehearsals. So basically, CD2 is this the release that we got on Record Store Day. Cool. Now you have it on CD, so pretty awesome. So there you go. CD3. This was previously released too as well. Not only on the Elvis on Tour box set, but also it was released on vinyl. It's like basically like a highlights of all the live shows. It was released on vinyl last year as this. Elvis Live 1972. So we got this whole release that appeared on CD3 is on this vinyl release. You can have it on CD now. That's pretty cool. So the last and final disc, CD4, is the stage rehearsal, which just took place in Buffalo, New York. This whole thing is unreleased. And this should be the exciting part of the release, but it's not for me. It's actually a big damper. Because the quality, and they stated, the quality of this rehearsal in Buffalo, New York is not good, this tape. And it says it's not good, and I appreciate them saying that, but I didn't think it would be this bad. The tape is obviously heavily damaged. You hear all these random noises, these dropouts. Sometimes Elvis is low in the mix, and then he's high in the mix. So it's the audio is really all over the place. It's not really an enjoyable listening experience. But what are you gonna do? What can you? It's previously unreleased. I guess this is what they have, but wasn't really impressed with it. Honestly, there's not really much to note because it really is hard to listen to. Like, no kidding. So basically, what you got on unreleased audio, in a nutshell, is disc 4 and the last 8 tracks of this release are on CD1 of him live in Las Vegas. So there you have that. So now I'm at my verdict with this release. Was it worth getting? Am I happy with it? I am pretty happy with it. Not almost 100%, but not really. I would say I'm at like 75, 80%. And this is my reason why, because I feel like this could have been done differently. And I'm not saying the way they did it was horrible or anything, and it sucked. It was great. I mean, the packaging is beautiful. As you saw, the books are beautiful. The 45 is awesome. The big thing for me was the audio. This package could have been broken up and done in separate releases, if you get what I'm saying. Let me explain. So really, I think that this should have been similar to another RCA or another FTD release. Back in 2020, we got this release. And it's from the same guys. The Elvis That's the Way It Is 50th Anniversary Collection. This spotlighted the whole experience of Elvis, That's the Way It Is. The rehearsals, the concerts, everything. And the discs were I'm going to just say the most complete rehearsals that were out there. Now, see, I think that they should have done the same thing with Elvis on tour. They should have done a standalone book for Elvis on tour with the most complete rehearsals, and then we could have had these together like we do with Elvis. Oh. That's the Way It Is. That's got to do. Like with Elvis, That's the Way It Is, you know? So that's what I feel like they should have done with this. I really do. I feel like they should have done it that way. And we could have got, the most complete rehearsals of Elvis on tour. And that would have been great. And as far as the Las Vegas stuff, it's great. I love it. But I think that there could have been a book just for Elvis's engagement in Las Vegas in January, February of 72. There could have been a separate book for that. And then you almost have and then really in retrospect, you really almost have the full experience, of Elvis in 1972, which was a great year for Elvis. We could have had a separate book for Elvis's January, February engagement in Las Vegas, that with some audio, nice big book like this. And then we could have had an Elvis on tour book, just focusing on Elvis on tour with the most complete rehearsals to be put together with the Sony Legacy box set. And then a while back, we got, I regret getting rid of it now, the MSG FTD book, which was amazing. And then really you have almost the whole experience besides maybe him in Las Vegas in the summer. And I'm sure at some point they could have done something with that, because they have released shows from the summertime, which, if I'm not mistaken, and they could have made a big book with that. But that's just me. But am I totally unhappy with this? No, I just feel like it was a missed opportunity to have basically the complete experience of Elvis on tour. We had the movie on Blu-ray. Will we ever get the extra, visual footage? Who knows? Only time will tell. But we could have had at least a full audio experience as much as possible with beautiful books. But, that didn't happen. Whatever. Maybe in the future. Who knows? But this was a great release. I do understand if people don't want to get this, because it is $325 US dollars. I don't think it's available anymore on Shop Elvis, shopgraceland.com. That's what the price was. Your best bet will probably be getting it from an overseas retailer. See if they still have it available. I think I paid, converted to US dollars, I think I paid $305 for this. But I am happy with it. I enjoy this book very much. I read a lot of it. It's a great book. So yeah, that's really my verdict on it. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this release? Are you going to get it? Still thinking about it? Are you on the fence? Let me know what you think about this release. Anyways, people, I really do appreciate you guys watching. I came back with a very long video, I'm sure. I just thank you guys for being patient with me, liking and subscribing to my channel. If you are new to this channel, consider liking and subscribing. Put any comments below if you have any comments. Check out the links in the description of this video. I also sell on eBay. I sell other stuff. Besides Elvis stuff, I sell other things. Maybe check that out if you'd like. And that's really about it. Thank you, people, for stopping by. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you all hopefully sooner than later in the next video. So see y'all later, and goodbye.